Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking y'all through a full day of eating. It is, however, a whopping 5:45 in the morning. On my Instagram story, I asked you guys what you wanted to see for my next YouTube videos, and that was, one of them was a full day of eating, the other one was a day in the life. And I'm gonna be so for real with y'all, I do the same shit every single day. So today we are gonna go through a full day of eating on a training day currently in my growing season. We started this probably, I would say, 2 weeks ago now, so we are completely out of the reverse now. And yeah, I'm excited to show y'all what I eat in a day. Filling up my water, and when I do have early clients, I just like to have some sort of hydration with me. Have AminoChem from Evogen. This is just a bunch of EAAs, hydration, and you can have this before, during, or after your workout. It does help with like your pump and overall recovery. That's why I use it. So I just do 1 scoop of this in the morning. And I'll have this on the way there. And then I always have, this is a half gal, so I drink about 4 of these a day. Super easy for me, honestly. So yeah, that's basically all I'll have, because I won't get home for another like hour and a half after him. I will catch you guys when I am eating my first meal. So we were back home. I just stopped off at Starbucks actually, and I got me a little espresso. Now I don't go crazy with my coffees just because extra calories, and honestly those holiday drinks just taste gross sometimes, so I keep it super simple. I got a quad espresso blonde roast, 3 sugar-free vanilla, 3 stevia, and cinnamon powder. And then I'm going to add my collagen from Evogen, as well as a scoop of my greens. So I like to add these in my coffee just to kind of act as a creamer, and I will add a little splash of almond milk. This is the almond milk that I use, the Califia, I don't know, almond milk, because it's super clean ingredients. And also Starbucks upcharges like crazy on everything nowadays, so I just add my own almond milk, and I don't use much. So meal number 1, we got 1 egg, 8 ounces of egg whites, a cup of spinach, and 4 slices of Ezekiel bread. So first things first is that we are going to weigh out 8 ounces of egg whites. I have literally been eating the same breakfast through prep, off season, through my reverse. Like, I have this same breakfast. The only thing that changes is the amount of it. So like when I was in prep, towards the end of it, like I didn't have my Ezekiel bread, but now I worked my way back up to 4 slices of bread. So it's literally the same foods. I don't get sick of my food. A lot of people get like the egg ick. You give me the ick, bro. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I just love breakfast food, and you guys will see that throughout this full day of eating today. So I'm very excited for this first meal. And for my Ezekiel bread, since I don't really have a toaster, I just throw it in the air fryer for about like 5 minutes on, I don't know, 400, 350. I don't even know. I just throw it in. It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. So, oh, that one's kind of broken. So if you haven't tried Ezekiel bread, I 10 out of 10 recommend. It's so good. It's really easy to digest as well. So 4 slices here, and I'm just gonna pop it in the air fryer at like 390 for 5 minutes, and that's so annoying, for about 5 minutes, and that is basically it for meal 1. Super simple. All right, y'all, we got meal number 1, 4 slices of Ezekiel bread, an egg, 8 ounces of egg whites, and a cup of spinach, which I just steam up in the pan, or honestly, sometimes I do the microwave because it takes no time. So that is meal number 1. This is by far my favorite meal personally. For this meal, we got about 63 grams of carbs, 7 fat, and about 48 grams of protein. And then in the collagen, there's about 10 or 11 grams of protein as well. And then I'm just gonna put 3 to 4 cracks of pink salt, some pepper, and some hot sauce. So super simple. And that is meal number 1. And then I will see you guys for the pre-workout meal. We are making our pre-workout meal. This is also known as my DRM, death row meal. Okay, so for this meal, we have cream of rice. Now, we are gonna do flavor gang, all right, brownie batter, as well as peanut butter cookie. My 2 top favorite flavors. You can use my code at checkout to save yourself some money on some cream of rice. With my cream of rice, I always have myself a little baby spoon. So my trick here is to do half peanut butter cookie and half brownie batter. So I have 70 grams of cream of rice. So I do about 40-ish and some change until my scale hits 70 here. 70 grams. So we got this. And sometimes I get questions of how much water I put in my cream of rice. I don't measure. And honestly, if you measure your water and cream of rice, you need to get something, you know, because that's just too much work. I honestly just fill it till it's a little bit over the top. And if I need more water, once I microwave it, I just add it as I go. But yeah, I just mix it up a little bit and we'll pop this in the microwave for about a minute. And then we'll do 30-second increments until I like the consistency. Other thing, frozen blueberries. This is the best brand ever. You get more of it if you do frozen. And then I also do frozen banana. That was about a minute 30 in the microwave, I believe. Sometimes it's like 2 minutes, just depends on how much water I put. So next we are gonna add our 60 grams of frozen blueberries. Again, if you get fresh fruit, that's too much. And you gotta keep going back to the store. I mean, we're already at the store as much as it is. We've been adding this banana in and it's been an absolute game changer. All right, for my banana, since my meal plan calls for 1 singular banana, I just do 100 grams. I've been consistent with it. I haven't really changed it from that. And we're just gonna keep rolling with 100 grams because that's what sits well with me and my stomach prior to my workout. My banana honestly just got added in for me. So that was pretty exciting. A new addition to my DRM meal. And with these frozen bananas, I actually chop them up into little pieces just so then it looks like I have more of it. I absolutely love banana. So in this cream of rice meal, it's been hitting. Also, you have to pay the dog tax. Lola. That's it. All right, 2 dog tax. So always give your dog some banana. All right, that's Lola's full day of eating for you, right? When I buy my peanut butters, almond butters, whatever, I always make sure that the only ingredient is almonds. So that's exactly what we got. My meal plan calls for 20 grams. For our protein powder of choice, we were doing the Evogen Isoject Dubai style chocolate bar. We're gonna do 1 scoop of this bad boy. I love this flavor. It's one of our newest flavors. And you can use my code at checkout. You already know the drill, SOPHIAGFIT. So we are gonna do 1 scoop of this, put a little bit of water, and we're gonna do the whey drip on top. When it comes to whey drip, y'all, a little water goes a long way. So literally do the slightest bit of water and we just mix her on up until we get the consistency that you want. Be a little bit, like you see that little splash right there? That's all you need. That is literally all you need. Check this out, check it. All right, you got it, you got it? Look at this whey drip. Look at this. Yup. So this is 1 scoop of that Dubai style chocolate bar. Sometimes I mix it in, but recently I've been on a whey drip kick and I haven't gone back. So that is it. This is my death row meal. It looks like a poop bowl, bloat bowl, whatever you want to call it. but it literally looks like poop. So it is what it is, but it is by far the best thing ever. And honestly, this meal has hella carbs in it, which is super good for this glute day. But it's all easy digestible carbs. Like, I'm not having sloppy carbs, something that's gonna be like gross and like really nasty in my system. So it just sits really, really good. So for this meal, we have 70 grams of cream of rice. We got 100 grams of banana, 60 grams of blueberries, a scoop of protein powder, and we have 20 grams of almond butter. And that is gonna come out to 98 grams of carbs. Yeah. 12 grams of fat and about 40 grams of protein. So pretty big meal, but like I said, it's very digestible, and I have about like a 30-minute drive to my gym. So I'll be feeling pretty good right when I get there and ready to use up all these carbs. So I'm about to sit down and enjoy this meal for a second, and then we're gonna go smash some glutes. All right, y'all, we are back from our glute day. Now it is time for our post-workout meal. All right, so, my gosh. So, I got 4 ounces of chicken, 180 grams of white rice, and a cup of shredded lettuce, which honestly, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today, I'm not really feeling lettuce. And then we got 1 ounce of avocado. So I already have my prepped chicken here, and I'll probably cut it up and put it in the air fryer. Yes, I'm manhandling my chicken, so get over it. Honestly, if you're not manhandling your chicken, you're doing it wrong at this point. So, all right, we got 4 ounces here. So as my rice heats up, I'm just gonna weigh out my avocado. And 1 ounce. Man, if you guys have ever weighed your avocado, these things are dense, you know? Like, a little bit goes a long way. But avocado honestly makes my day so much better. That and almond butter are like my 2 favorite fat sources. If I'm being honest with you, Tootsie Pop. All right, we have 1 ounce of avocado with my chicken that is now air fried. All right, we got 180 grams of white rice. When it comes to my food, you guys, it is so like simple. It's plain. It's, you know, it is what it is. Like, it gets the job done. I honestly crave my food other than anything else. So, and that's when you know it's working, when you start craving your diet. So that wraps up this meal here. It very much looks like dog food, but it is what it is. So my chicken, I don't season it. I don't marinate it in anything. It is plain chicken. No salt, no nothing. So on top, I will put some hot sauce. I'll put some mustard, and then pepper. I always put pepper. And then I've also been using this low salt. It's 66% less sodium sea salt. So not that I'm watching my sodium, but my body likes to hold on to a little bit more water now. So I just like to cut back a little bit more. Nothing crazy. Like, I'll still use my pink salt with my other meals. So that is meal number 4. And I will catch you guys for meal number 5 in about like an hour and a half or so. Now we're gonna have one of my midday snack meals. So we have 1 English muffin, avocado, 2 whole eggs, 3 slices of turkey bacon, and 2 rice cakes. So I just use the generic Thomas English muffin. Sometimes I do sourdough, sometimes I do whatever, honestly, I can find, but we had these at home, so that's what I'm using. So I will just do the same thing I did for my bread, put it in the air fryer for like 5 minutes, and I will show you guys what everything looks like. This is the turkey bacon that I like to use from Applegate, because it's natural, doesn't have like any of the gross stuff. And I'll just use one of these avocado cups for my 2 ounces of avocado. For my rice cakes, I'm on if you guys haven't had these everything bagel ones, I found them at Target.
They're only at a few stores. Same with like the tomato basil ones. Those those two are definitely my top favorite. And then for sweet, I really like caramel. But for today, for my 2 rice cakes, we're gonna go with the everything bagel rice cakes. These honestly just got added to my program, I think last week. I can't remember at this point. So yeah, super stoked. I'm really happy that I have like 2 breakfast meals. I'll fry up these eggs and get this meal rolling. All right, now that we got our meal assembled here, we have our English muffin, 2 ounces of avocado, 2 whole eggs, 3 slices of turkey bacon, and then I got my 2 rice cakes here. Basically it for this midday snack meal. Very happy I have a lot of breakfast food in my program because that is by far my favorite. With honestly all my meals, I have mustard, and then I've been on this Melinda's black truffle hot sauce kick. If you haven't had this, you need to try it, or I'll just use Cholula. It's pretty much it. I keep it very simple when it comes to sauces. And with each meal, you guys have seen it before, but from AK Sports Nutrition, I have my digestive enzymes. So I take 1 of these with each meal. So I'm eating about 6 meals in a day. So that means I'm having 6 enzymes in my system in order to break down all this food. We're running about 55 grams of carbs, 27 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. I just made my 2nd cup of coffee for the day. We just got black coffee and some sugar-free vanilla and stevia. And then that's pretty much it for that coffee. I haven't been doing pre-workout, honestly, in a long time. I think once it got cut out during prep, I just haven't been driven to it. I'll have an energy drink here and there, but I don't really revert to pre-workout anymore. Welcome back to the kitchen for meal number 5. We are tapering off for the day. So for meal number 5, we have 4 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of rice, 5 grams of olive oil, and 100 grams of asparagus. So just like before, my chicken is already prepped. And I'm gonna air fry it. It's, not aesthetic at all. We got 4 ounces here. And then I'm gonna weigh out 100 grams of rice. Honestly, it's not even that much. For my asparagus, I don't weigh it cooked, I weigh it raw. So I'm literally taking a Tupperware lid. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm gonna weigh out 100 grams of this just because however you weigh your stuff, keep it the exact same. So if you've been weighing stuff uncooked, cooked, keep it how you track your food. So don't switch things up. 100 grams. Okay. I always air fry it. So I literally make it like a chip. So to the point that like they're burnt. Because that's how I like it. So if you don't like it that way, you do you. I am going to air fry these for probably about 10 minutes. And I just break them apart. And I put some cooking spray on it. And then I normally air fry this at like 390 for 10, 12 minutes. And then they are perfectly cooked and done. So I put my chicken and rice in the microwave for about 2 minutes. So super boring, looks like dog food. Chicken and rice is done. It's tare on 0, we're on grams, and I have 5 grams of olive oil. You guys, if you have not used olive oil as one of your fat sources, you are missing out. Asparagus is done. Throwing it into the bowl. Same foods that I have had all prep and keeping it nice and easy. Because once you start mixing things up, the digestive system just doesn't approve. I'm gonna eat this and we have one final meal of the night. Meal number 6. It's it's basically the same freaking thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I will see you guys for meal number 6, and that will conclude the full day of eating. All right, you guys, so final meal of the night is all done. Here we are. 4 ounces of orange roughy fish or any white fish. Sometimes I've done chicken. 80 grams of white rice, 5 grams of olive oil, and 150 grams of green beans. And that is meal number 6. After this meal and it digests a little bit, I will also end the night with a scoop of fiber from Evogen. I'll just mix it with like 10 to 12 ounces of water before I go to bed. Yeah, that concludes today's full day of eating on a training day in my growing phase right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next YouTube video. Bye.